Well, looking behind you now, looks like you got some interesting stuff to show. I mean, if you just want to start at the top, behind you, you got the Red Rose Speedway.
Yeah, I mean, you may say, okay, there's Red Rose Speedway, which was Paul McCartney's album. You may say, okay, that's really nice.
Right.
Big deal, Red Rose. Well, it's actually a UK first pressing in the UK, and it's a white label promo.
Oh, wow, white label.
But the cool thing about this is when they did white label promos in the UK, they also threw in to the dealers in the UK very rare stuff, and this was one of the rare things that came with it, and it's a Frisbee.
Frisbee, no kidding.
Yeah, that is really cool and really rare.
Because I believe they also sold those during the European tour.
Yeah.
During Wings over Europe. Yeah,
in Europe and all that kind of stuff. But when it came to the American stuff, they didn't do this in America.
No, that is far out. So that came with the record.
Yeah, and this came with the record because this was an in-store promotional piece, and they only got one. Let's see,
right.
I'm going this way.
Right, that's all right.
They only got one per store. So in the UK, if you're located in London and you're the only one that gets the album here, then you get the white label promo. But the Frisbee is triple the price when you.
Oh, of course. Yeah. I have a friend that I purchased some stuff off, and he had the Frisbee, and wanted a little bit more than what I wanted to spend at the time. But yeah, I think those are far out.
It was only one kidney, so it's not too bad.
Right. Because I think they also did a Venus and Mars Frisbee too. I know they did another one.
Yeah, Venus and Mars. And far as I know, I think that's kind of really the only two per se. So
right.
That's kind of a neat piece. Like I said, being a first press and a white label promo, that's pretty cool.
Yes.
Next to it, we've got a Beatle.
Right.
Paul bootleg, which was kind of neat. A lot of songs have already been released on this and several bootlegs, but it's just a nice photo shot with Paul and Linda.
Is that that's 86? Is that like a press to play bootleg? Because it says Yvonne right on there.
Yeah, it's got some press to play and some other stuff on there as well.
Okay.
So that's kind of nice.
Gotcha. So, and then also behind you got the Driving Rain LP.
Yeah, and this is a first press UK pressing on vinyl, which that's getting a lot harder to find of the.
It is, because I think it was only pressed in the UK, I believe. I could be wrong on that, but
they did press them in the US, but they kind of basically said, we're going to just press them in the UK and it'd be easier. I guess, I don't know.
Right.
But it ended up being that. So the UK press, if you all have one of those,
right,
it's actually pretty cool and pretty rare.
Now, did you find that when it first came out, or did you find it afterwards?
I bought it the day it came out. I always love going to, like from London town all the way forward, even up into McCartney 3. I've been buying them on the record store when they come out. So it's always an excitement to me. It's almost like Christmas to get it that day, like London town. I bought the
Amazing.
Day it came out.
Right.
So I bought it. Make a long story longer, and I'm doing pretty well. Thank you.
No, please keep it going.
Yeah, I got this the day it came out. So, and I just kind of saw it as a regular pressing.
Right.
And, CD came in so strong that I didn't really realize at the time that this was pretty hard to get now.
Yeah, that's amazing. So what's next? What's next to it?
Then next to it is a Paul McCartney. It's a 2-record set. It's kind of like the best of Cold Cuts bootleg.
Okay, cool. So that's one of the Cold Cut bootlegs then. Yeah,
so this is kind of when a lot of these tracks, before McCartney did the blowout mega box sets, that it's got 900 CDs and the big booklets, and a lot of the songs were taken from this, the Cold Cuts. So the Cold Cuts were kind of a rare thing at the time, and actually Paul was going to come out with an album called Cold Cuts.
Yeah, he worked on that several times throughout the 70s and 80s to try to get one kind of version out there. I think it was talked about in 74, and then again in the late 70s, and then early 80s, and then I think the last attempt was right before All the Best came out. So yeah, I mean, there's a long history with the whole Cold Cuts idea.
Yeah. Yeah, he certainly
So,
could do. He certainly could do a nice one. I mean, there's still stuff in the can that Paul hasn't released.
yeah.
You know, there's certainly the cold cuts got pretty heavily booted, but there's still some really cool tracks on there that I do like.
Hmm. Cool, cool. So
So
is that, and then you got a McCartney 2-ish bootleg?
yeah, that's a hard one to find. It's a McCartney 2 bootleg on vinyl, which the CD you can pick up every day. You know, they're
Okay,
up there, but the vinyl's getting a little tougher to find.
okay.
Mhm. So,
Now, how do you, now when it comes to the bootlegs? I mean, how do you become aware of the bootleg? I mean, are you just finding them in record stores?
no, a lot of these I found years ago. I mean, like this one down here. I mean, I bought
Right,
that in '79. At a
right.
record store where I used to live in Indianapolis, Indiana.
Okay,
For those that are watching that live in that area. So a lot of these I bought in Indianapolis at the time. So that was kind of this one here. It's a bootleg also, and there's a lot of stuff on there from McCartney 2 and some other different takes of
okay.
songs and
Because that
stuff.
looks like the Paul from the Coming Up video.
It is, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly, yeah. So he used that for the shot, which is kind of nice. And at one point, he did think about titling this as McCartney 2 and using that for the front cover for McCartney 2 instead of the other one behind me.
Right. Yeah, go figure. All right, Band on the Run. Looks like that's
This
next in
is,
line.
yeah, I know. We're sitting here looking at, you're sitting here saying, okay, Brad, why, Beatle Brad, why would you want to show Band on the Run? Big deal.
Right.
It's regular pressing. This pressing is from Ireland, and it's the first pressing from Ireland, and it's missing 2 tracks off of the American album.
No kidding. So Hell on Wheels isn't on there then.
Yeah, Hell on Wheels is excuse me, one of them missing, and also Band on the Run. No.
Yeah, no.
No, actually, Hell on Wheels is the second one, which is kind of ironic because there's a promo video to Hell on
Right.
Wheels,
Right.
and fantastic video for those of you who haven't seen it. But this one from Ireland, it's a first pressing from Ireland. Very,
Wow.
very hard to get. So that's
Cool.
And I don't know why for Ireland they would take 2 songs off of the album.
Right.
I don't know. Paul hasn't called me yet on that, so I don't know.
Well, well, if you watch that Russian documentary from the back in the USSR, they talked about how when Band on the Run was pressed in Russia, they left the song Band on the Run off of it because of its theme. They almost did, giving inmates like an idea to escape or something.
Exactly. There you go.
Exactly. Right.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, that got pulled.
Got you. Is it possible to flip it around, or can you grab it and show it a little closer to the camera?
I don't know if I can do this or not without everything else falling behind it.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, just was curious of what the second missing track was.
Yeah, let me roll it.
Oh, let me roll it. Okay, then don't worry about it then. Okay, let me roll.
Okay. Like I said, I've got all my vinyl here, and then I mean, you probably can't see it, but up above me,
right.
These are all CDs, and these are double stacked all the way through here, and then there's all CDs through here and vinyl. This is all Beatles. All of this is vinyl.
Amazing stuff. So that's it. That's an Irish pressing of Band on the Run, and Let Me Roll It and Hell on Wheels are missing from that one.
Yeah,
okay.
Pretty crazy. It's like, okay, Paul, what's going on with what's up with that?
All right. So then the other one is curious about. This is was when you told me about this the other night, and that's a Fireman release that you have in the middle that came in like a album size envelope.
Yeah, it's an oversized envelope with the strap right here. It's got like you have with those elastic straps. And this is a UK first pressing promo of the Fireman.
Okay.
So it's the first album, but
the first album. Okay.
Yeah, but it's hard to find the promo and being vinyl. The Fireman, came out on CD, and it was all that kind of timing and all that kind of stuff. But the vinyl was quite hard to find.
Wow, that's amazing.
UK promo. So
Yeah, I haven't seen that at all. I mean, I've the only one that I have on the vinyl is the Electric Arguments, the third one. So, seeing that, I mean, is pretty impressive.
yeah.
Especially if you didn't know that was McCartney at the time. At the time of release. So,
right here, down here, it says the Fireman. And you're like, well, okay,
well,
big deal. What's
right.
that?
Yeah, because I would say probably, a lot of fans didn't realize that was McCartney until the Electric Arguments, the third one, came out.
Exactly. Because the first one was red,
right.
and all that kind of stuff. So we're, in America, we're used to the red covered jacket one and all that. So for this one to be yellow, it's different.
Gotcha. And then you got Off the Ground next to that.
Yeah, that's an American first press of Off the Ground, which I'm sure we'll probably get a box set coming out on that. But yeah, that's kind of neat. I remember buying that the day it came out as well. Back to the story of buying vinyl when it came out. So I bought that. That's an American pressing, first press, and it's
okay. So when do you usually, if there was a US and a UK, do you usually try to find both? Or do you try to find all the countries that pressed it as well? Because I'm sure, especially like Japanese ones as well, because they do pressings as well. Right?
Yeah, I mean, I've got McCartney albums that are, I'll buy like one album, and I've got it from, let's just pick on London Town.
Right.
I've got it from England. I've got it from Spain. I've got it from Germany. I've got it from America and Switzerland.
Wow.
So those, it's kind of fun for me because people will say, well, you're crazy. Why would you want more than one pressing? You hear different things when you listen to different countries. It's like the Beatle albums. Like different. I've got
different mixes.
Yeah, you also will hear them make mistakes in a lot of, like, some of the German pressings. I've got a Beatle album. To hear them make mistakes, like in the German pressing of Sgt. Pepper, you hear them counting off 1, 2, 3.
Gotcha.
On some of the songs when they're going into Strawberry Fields and stuff like that. For the single.
That's amazing. Wow. It looks like you got Ubu Jubu then next to that.
No, let's scoot over here.
Yeah.
This is a vinyl copy of Ubu Jubu before all of that, which Paul really, really promoted Ubu Jubu. He was going to release this as an album. But when he did this, he released, going this way, it's hard to do video.
That's all right. Yeah, no worries.
Anyway. Ubu Jubu, when it came out on vinyl, there was also a radio show that he did.
Yep.
And there was also a bootleg CD series that he did as well. But also there was which I've got up above here. I didn't want to take too much time.
Yeah.
It was a 9 DVD set of home demos, promos, studio stuff of Paul, and he titled it Ubu Jubu as well. And it's video stuff, and it's just, it'll blow your mind. It's like him doing rehearsals of Mulligan Tire in the studio. Mm-hmm. Stuff like that, and but some other, I'm just thinking off the top of my head, but like I said, it's 9 DVDs long.
Right. So then the vinyl behind you, was that just a 1 record set, or was that a multiple record set? Yeah.
This one was just a record set where the CDs, the music ones of the CDs I think there were 4 or 5 in the CDs. And the actual radio show, which I've got that also, the radio show, and that's 12 or 14 CDs, I think.
Right. Now, was that the complete show, or did they that's the complete show? Okay. Yeah. Because, the copyright issue, if it got an official release, it probably, would have to take some of that stuff out.
Exactly.
Right.
So
so and now that's a Run Double Run pressing there at the far end there, right?
Can you see that, or?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yep.
I'm kind of having a hard time with my camera angle here.
No, that's okay. Yeah. Well, your name was kind of blocking it a little bit, but
this is a first pressing, and I actually, for my video channel, went to that location, and it's in downtown Atlanta, Georgia, is where that actual place is. Well, Run Double Run. It's a drugstore, and I did a whole video of it. Mm-hmm. It's in a horrible section of Atlanta, really bad area. Gosh. And I did it in the middle of the daytime, and my friend's paranoid that we're going to get killed in the midst of it. But anyway, that's impressive.
So you were able to find that on release day as well, right? On vinyl?
Yeah, I did.
Okay,
I
gotcha.
did.
So is that a UK pressing or a US pressing?
That's a U.S. press.
Oh, okay, because all right. My understanding was it was only UK, but yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's a
I did
U.S.
not realize it was US pressing as well. That's very cool.
press.
Yeah. So what is that next to it? Next to it then?
And down below next to it is a the joys of video, isn't it?
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah.
This is also a kind of an unreleased Paul McCartney bootleg, which has got some really, really neat stuff on that hasn't been released yet, and
Okay.
it's got some great, great stuff on that. So that's kind of a neat.
So wait a minute, you said that's an unreleased bootleg? Is that
Well, I'm sorry, kind of
no,
words of words here, but
right.
it's some songs on there that Paul hasn't.
Oh, it hasn't released. Okay. All right.
So yeah, it's on that bootleg, but he with doing these box sets will kind of start to release a lot of songs that haven't been released. But so far,
Right.
one of those on that album hasn't been released. So.
Oh, wow. So what years? What kind of songs? Do you know the songs that are on that one?
Yeah, we're basically looking at. Kind of knocked that over.
Yeah. Sorry about that, buddy.
Messing it up here, but yeah, this is kind of.
Okay. Yeah. That way people can freeze it or
Yeah,
pause it and take a look.
pause on your own there.
Yeah. Mama's Little Girl is on there.
Yeah, there's a couple there that have been released, but then there's some that haven't.
Okay.
So that's kind of nice. And then Paul was the one that did all these
sketches. Yeah.
Yeah. Set this back up.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, so that's kind of neat. And, the record itself.
Right.
American Flaming Pie. That is
right.
Kind of hard to get.
Yeah, I actually just picked one up myself.
Did you? Excellent. Yeah. I'm glad you did. Yeah. I love Flaming Pie. Fantastic.
Absolutely. Very, great record. Got all that, inspiration from the Beatles anthology, and just, you can tell he was inspired from doing that. So
yeah. So that's really nice. That's actually still got the hype sticker right here. It's kind of hard to see it for everybody, but there's the hype sticker, and it's still in the original shrink wrap. It has not been opened.
So that's still officially sealed.
Yeah.
So never been played.
Well, I got another copy, so it's like
there you go.
I got a German copy of that, and I've got the
cool
copy, American
UK?
copy. And then I've got the CD, and then I got the big blowout deluxe box set that came out.
Right. Yeah.
Why open this when it's
if you don't have to, you don't have to. Completely understandable.
And these things are on eBay for at least $5 to $7. So
right. So I'm hoping that Russian album is from the actual Club Sandwich.
Very good. Yeah, I was just getting ready to say this is the Russian one, and I've got all the paperwork that came with it, because originally, and you're absolutely right. You probably could tell the story better than I could, but I belonged to the Paul McCartney Club from 78 all the way through when the last issue came out, when it was Linda.
Right.
And back then with the McCartney fan club, Linda took the pictures and Paul wrote the articles for a lot of it. So
wow.
Really homespun magazine. Fantastic. But anyway, this came with all the paperwork, and at that time they weren't going to release it to the public. It was through the fan club only.
So you got that one, I think it was 87 around that time?
Yeah, 87, 88. That sounds about right.
Okay. So that was pretty cool. But I mean, so you get the Club Sandwich, and then it offers, I mean, you automatically got it just because you were a member of Club Sandwich. It's not like you had to send money or anything like that, right?
Yeah, you did. I still have I got the paperwork to that as well. I kept all of that, which, it said, if you'd like this exclusive offer from the McCartney Fun Club, send in, I forgot what the amount was now, but, send in, let's just say $20.
Okay.
We will mail you out this exclusive Paul McCartney album that's never been released,
That's amazing. Yeah.
And since we're talking about, different McCartney albums, here's one that has not been opened. It's still in seal, but this is, if I get the glare out.
Yeah, Venus and Mars.
Venus and Mars, Paul McCartney, which is a terrific album, but this is quite a very rare one. It's totally different. It's one album. There's no posters, as I can feel. No
Right.
gatefold, but this one is from. I had it on the tip of my tongue. This is from Uruguay.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Well, this is a pressing. I said in the back is totally different, but yeah, Uruguay. I couldn't think of it.
That's okay.
So, but yeah, this is really quite neat, quite rare. I really have not seen too many of these.
No kidding.
Yeah, that's from Uruguay.
Amazing. And then was there anything else after the Russian album?
No, it's kind of me just blocking the
okay. Gotcha.
the vinyl and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I mean, I could show a couple other things if you're interested.
Yeah, please. Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead.
So this we're getting ready. I'm getting ready to do a video on McCartney. So this is kind of a sneak peek of one of the items that I'll be showing in my up and coming video. But this is McCartney.
Okay.
And everybody's like, oh, okay, that's nice. Oh boy, big deal. But this is a first pressing from Taiwan.
Oh.
And it's still in the original shrink.
Right.
Black plastic. And I'll be real careful because I did the plastic. And, for those of you that have this album, McCartney, which is great, the back of it's totally different.
It's a very flimsy record sleeve, isn't it?
Yeah. The stuff, I've got a lot of stuff from Taiwan, and they're very flimsy.
Right.
Produced, but the sound quality on these albums are fantastic. But the jackets are very, very paper thin, and you got to be very careful with them because they do tear.
Okay. Right. So now are there more of those, or is that the only one from Taiwan that you have?
Oh no, I got tons of pressings. I mean, I've got like Ram, I've got Sgt. Pepper,
okay,
the Mystery Tour. I've got a lot of stuff on Taiwan,
right?
Which it's fun to find, and it's rare.
Someone asked if you can put the label the label closer to the screen.
Yeah,
the Taiwan one.
Yeah, we get Taiwan on.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's all right. Yeah.
There we go. But yeah, that's.
Oh, look at that! That is far out.
But isn't that neat? I mean, I like and it's in perfect shape. It's really, really good sound quality.
Okay.
I've bored my wife by playing it, but it's great.
No, the weight of the layout, I mean, of the vinyl itself. I mean, does it feel flimsy, or is it a heavier weight on the vinyl? Do you know?
It's not any heavier. I'd say it's just a little bit lighter than our American vinyl, but not by much.
Okay.
It's a little bit lighter. So
right.
There's no scratches. There's no, because I was thinking, oh man, I'm buying it from Taiwan. I bought it online from Taiwan when I got it, and it felt like it took 6 months to get here, because before COVID, way before COVID.
Right.
But that was hard to get because the customs. I think it went through like 4 different customs areas.
Right.